Hello, everybody. So I was sent some erasable gel pens by a company called ParKoo, ParKoo. They are a .7, and there are 6 colors in this pack. I have friction pens already, and so I'm going to kind of compare the two. I will say to you that I have a love-hate relationship with friction pens. I love that these erasable pens, you can rewrite, change. Oh, no, that's not what I meant to put there. You erase them and you rewrite. The things I don't like about these erasable pens, at least the friction, we'll see about the ParKoo. I don't like that because I'm left-handed. Sometimes, I rest this part of my hand on the paper, and as I'm going along, I can smear what I just wrote. Also, it's a gel pen thing. And also, it seems to me that sometimes as I'm writing, I get some sketchy sections that don't write as clearly, or the ink doesn't come out as well. And again, I think that's because of the way I tilt them. If I did a more straight up and down writing, I probably wouldn't have that issue. Also, with the friction pens, I do not like that I cannot tell how much ink is left, and they run out. These black especially seem to run out for me very quickly, more quickly than any other black pen I own. I mean, I've got pens I've had for a very long time and used just as often, and they still haven't run out of ink. This is my 3rd or 4th black friction pen. So we will see. I don't know about the ParKoo, how long the ink lasts and when you're going to need to worry about getting new ones. But let's look really quickly before I do the comparison on Amazon, and I will show you the price comparison. So the friction, I think, are way up at the top here. Okay, let's get up there. I got down so far. Okay, so the Pilot Friction Clicker Retractable. Now, these have lids. They're not clickers, and they're not retractable. These are a .7 in 7 different colors, and they are $12.86. It says their regular price is $20.73. So I don't know about that. I mean, I think when frictions first came out, it was a new concept that you could erase with them. They probably did get more money for them, but now they're not. People aren't as excited. Okay, here's a 10-pack of assorted colors, and these have the caps like this, and they are $10.47. So a little bit less expensive. Here's the ParKoo in an 8-pack with assorted colors, and they're retractable. So they're not the ones like this with the lid. They're the retractable ones, just like the first frictions that were 12 something. These are $8.99, and that's their regular price. Unlike friction, where it says they're $20.73 and they're down to $12.86. These are $8.99 all the time, and it's the same basic design and everything as the pen. So let's see. And you can get a 6-pack of just black, the retractable ones, for $11.24 from friction. And let's see what else you can get. So there's a lot of different options with the friction and with the ParKoo. There's more things down here. There's also a couple of other companies that I see throughout here that might be interesting to some. Okay, so these are retractable erasable gel 7-pack, $8.99, and I think the difference is the tips. Okay, so a 10-pack of the pens just like this is $10.99. So that is a little more comparable with the friction pens. $7.99 for red, 6-pack of red, and $12.99 for the retractable fine point. Let's see, how many are there? 3, 6, 9, 12, is that right? Let's see, let me click on it. I'm not seeing the number right off the bat. 10-pack. Okay, these are $12.99 for the 10-pack of the retractable ones. So some of the pricing is definitely higher on friction. So if you want to save a couple of dollars, the friction the price point's a little higher. But let's use them both and compare them. Now, I used these over the weekend let's take this first, at the Blogwell retreat I went to, and I also handed them to Rebecca from Rebecca's Roadmap and let her use them so we could kind of compare. Let me get to the monthly calendar so you can see. I wrote a lot in there. Okay, here it is. So as I was writing, you see I erased, and I could still see some of the wording behind there where I erased and rewrote, and I had a little bit of smearing. just on occasion. Of course, you can erase that and get rid of the smearing, but that's the same problem I have with friction pens. So let us see here. Why don't we do red? Because I have red in both. Yes. So let's just do, oh, this is a retractable. So they're a little bit different of a pen, but I'm going to try to write up and down and get a good comparison because these pens write much more smoothly when you write up and down. Okay, this one has a cap. And the eraser is different. I don't know if you can see that, but the eraser is at an angle. So let's put, oh, I need to go straight up and down so I get a good comparison. Okay, I got a little sketchy section right in there. I had to go over it. Okay. So let's erase. Oh, first let's look on the other side. This is fairly, it's not as thick. And I can see this. I can see kind of all my writing through if I hold it up like this. If I put this page down on top of a white page, it's not as obvious. But if you hold it up to the light, you can definitely see. Okay, so let's erase these. Oops, I need a flat surface. They work better that way. Let's erase those. And then let's erase this one. And I'm using their erasers, even though you could use either eraser on either type of pen. It's all about the friction. It's all about the heat. Okay, so let's look now. Okay, I no longer can see that through there. However, I can see a little impression of both of them. I can see a little bit of the word that didn't completely come off from either one of them. So that's the same for both. Okay, so let's go to a little bit thicker paper. This is my A5, and I have Carpe Diem paper in here, and it feels a little bit thicker. Though I will tell you, I can see writing through it from the other side if I hold it up to the light. If it's down here, I really can't. Okay, so let's play a little bit down here. We'll do some kind of blue. I think one is more purple than the other one. Let's try the purples. Okay, so let's just I'm trying to go up and down as much as possible. That was a little smoother than I normally get because I'm trying really hard to go just straight up and down. Okay, let's go straight up and down with these. Okay, so I started out a little sketchier, and then as I got to the end, the color started. Okay, so I feel like with these ParKoo, you might want to do a little scribbling on something before you get started because I haven't used these very much. This purple I haven't used at all. I used the black and the blue when I was at the conference or the training. And so I think when you first start out, I remember that with the black, you need to get them going a little bit. And that may have been the same thing with my frictions, but I've had them a while, so I don't know. Okay, so let's go erase this. Oh, I should see if we could see these behind. I'm not seeing much. Now, this stuff is Papermate Flare, and I can see it through. But I'm not seeing these through. They should be right there, and I'm just not seeing anything. Okay, so on this paper, I'm not getting a lot of shadowing on the other side. Let's see how they erase on this paper. They even erase a little bit better on this paper. So let me erase this. And I just think that the Carpe Diem pages are maybe a little bit thicker. Okay, that erased really nicely. I don't see that. I do see the Pilot a little bit. I don't see the ParKoo on that. So that's good news. All right, let's do Happy Planner. A lot of people have Happy Planners. So let's see what we get here. And again, I'm going to use this purple color. Let's try down here. And you can see I do not have good handwriting. I mean, being a lefty, that's my excuse for not developing good handwriting. It may be just a poor excuse. There may be lefties who have beautiful handwriting. I am not one. Okay, so we did the hello. They worked basically the same for me doing that, as long as I remember to go straight up and down. Okay. So I do feel like on this ParKoo, and it might have been the same thing with friction, like I said, that you really need to get them started a little bit on a scratch piece of paper. Okay, so you get a nice smooth writing when you go to write. Okay. Again, and I don't know why this is, but maybe it's my eyes. I don't know. But, okay, I've got these now I will say these erasers, every once in a while I run them down the leg of my blue jeans or something like that to get any stuff that's stuck to them. And that's going to be the same with the ParKoo. Okay, I can see them both. I can't see them through now that I've erased. Oh, let me put a line of each and see if I can see it through to the other side of the Happy Planner paper. And Happy Planner paper is not really dark. I mean, not really thick. Can I see it? You know, I write hard. I can feel it. I can write hard. So you may not even have this issue. But for me, I can see a little bit and I can actually feel it. So that's my writing, though. Somebody else might not even have that problem. So basically, I would say these are virtually the same pens. Work the same. They have retractable versions. They have versions with lids. I don't see a difference in the formula, the way they write, anything like that. They're probably going to work for me exactly the same as these frictions from what I can tell from trying them out. So again, I still have a love-hate relationship just because I'm a lefty and I have to really work at writing smoothly with these and not smearing anything. And that's for both types. That's all types of erasable pens, I will say, as a left-handed person. For the money, this seems like the better deal. They're definitely cheaper than the friction pens when you compare the type with the cap and how many and the point and everything. They are cheaper by a few dollars for the pack, which that's kind of a lot when you figure out each pen, how much each pen costs. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed this review, and I will link below to the ParKoo pens on Amazon because that's where you buy them, I think. That's their main seller. Thank you so much for watching, everybody, and happy planning.